Hi and welcome to the sixth and final episode of my Rise of Rome strategy guide, and this series was in danger of turning into a bit of a let's play, and that wasn't entirely my intention for the series, so I've skipped ahead a bit in time here from the last video. After the last video, the Ottomans managed to annex all of Serbia, and we had a war in the meantime where we took Trnavo, Silistria, Zeta and Ragusa, and that was basically following the same strategy we've used in all the previous videos, blocking the strait, sieging provinces and waiting till the Ottomans are ready for peace. So I wasn't particularly entertaining viewing, so I skipped ahead of that there. And this is the perfect time to have our final war with the Ottomans. We've fabricated claims on Huda Vendigar and Izmit, and just before the war starts I'll fabricate a claim on Izmir as well. And so Huda however it's pronounced, is a very rich province, and so is Izmir. They both have a base tax value of 7, and once we have them, we will have complete supremacy over the Ottomans. And if you'll notice, there is a coalition against us now, consisting of the Ottomans and Venice, both of which we've been at war with quite regularly. And I'm hoping in this war we can take Dalmatia as well. And the Ottomans are actually at war with Croatia and Tuscany at the moment, and they have 8,000 men here who are just asking to be killed. So this is the ideal time to declare war. We're gonna move our navy out to the Aegean Sea, and we have to wait a month now before we can declare war. But I'm hoping Venice joins in the war as well, just so we can take Dalmatia. And if you look in here, there is an event, Triumph of the Balkans. Well, there's a Triumph of Greece and a Triumph of the Balkans. So, and Dalmatia is one of the provinces we need for that. Croatia is asking for military access. We'll let them. They're at war with the Ottomans, so we quite like them at the moment. And 5 free prestige. So we can declare war, and we're going to. So they don't really have anywhere to run. I actually will block the strait, just so they can't run back to Anatolia. Catholic zealot at just the wrong time. So we'll easily beat that army, and we'll chase them down. Now we can move our fleet to the Aegean. Silistria is now great culture, and we've just destroyed that army. I might actually move them in to take care of that rebellion before we worry about the Ottomans. I'm not sure where the rest of the Ottoman army is. I think I have a few up here around Croatia somewhere. So, easily took care of that. Now we'll start our sieging properly. It's actually a Venetian army to take care of as well, so we'll do that first. But the Ottomans are our main focus. Attacking Venice and getting Dalmatia is just a nice bonus. And we're going to be going for 100% war score against the Ottomans, so they'll give us whatever we ask for within reason. Not what I think's reasonable, but within reason for them. You can see here we've got some lovely revolts. Okay, we want our main fleet blockading here. We'll detach a siege and move into Anatolia. I think their army is really defeated at this point, so we'll detach a few sieges and keep a few men around just to hunt them down. Hunt down any new units that get created. We've taken a loan, and that is because Cyprus has revolted to us and put us extremely over our manpower limit, because their rebels become our soldiers, so I'm going to just disband them. It was I think it was a Mamluk province, and it's revolted to us. Touch maybe one or two more sieges. I'm hoping Venice doesn't land any men and harass that army. And the Ottomans don't seem to be creating any more new units, so we'll just leave it at that for now. If Venice does send any more troops down here, then we're going to send this army back to help them out. And they've got their own rebellion problems at the moment anyway. So the provinces I want to take in this war are Izmit, Huda, Vendigar and Izmir. And yeah, that easily puts us in a position of supremacy. Especially now we have Cyprus, and we'll probably take Crete quite soon. I have a truce with Venice at the moment. And then our empire will be looking pretty impressive. So these sieges just slowly ticking away. They're also at war with Hungary, Bosnia, Wallachia and Bavaria at the moment. The Hungarian conquest of Serbia. So they're fighting a battle on quite a few fronts and losing on all of them, except maybe Croatia. But I don't think they'll hold them much longer. So, Lyca's being freed, and I assume Donkraji will be soon as well. Siege of Verdun's almost done, then we'll move on to Croatia. if you remember the start of the series, I really didn't want to break up my army like this, and that was because we had extremely low manpower when that started, and replacing a couple of units was an extremely expensive thing for us. Now it's not such a big deal. If Turkish patriots pop up here, we'll lose a couple of thousand men and get on with life. So our navy's at war here. I'm actually going to move the bulk of our army up to Kosovo. So we only sunk one ship there, unfortunately. But they just went into Izmir, and now they're forced to come straight back out and fight us again. And that's their fleet wiped out. So we'll move them over to Konya. I think they're pretty much defeated at this stage, and we just have to think about going for Dalmatia a little bit. Might actually repair our navy a little bit. We have a dock in Macedonia now, and once they're repaired we'll go and blockade Venice. Hood of Vendigar's over. I could detach blockades along their coast to speed things up, but I'm not in any particular rush for it. We'll gain one mercantilism for now. The siege of Izmit is over. These guys are repaired. Let's go see what the Venetian fleet is up to. We're up to 25 galleys now and 6 transports. Quite a few of them were captured. And our trade fleet's just been sailing around doing its thing the whole time. So we see the Ottomans actually have 13,000 troops trapped, no, 9,000 troops trapped up here. Croatian patriots in Ragusa. I'm hoping once this siege is over I'll go and attack them. So we're up to 38% war score. The siege of Kosovo is over. Just take a step back and see what they're prepared to accept. Izmir, Vendigar, not quite Izmir, and we can't ask them for Dalmatia yet, but we will. And yeah, we're basically going to try and get 100% war score. A boundary dispute with someone. We gain a core on Serbia, which is about to be part of Hungary. And Hungary will be our biggest enemy now that the Ottomans will be crippled. Siege of Katuya is over. We won Dalmatia. actually move these troops over to Sivas just in case Ak Kwanlu decides to attack. And hit the Ottomans while they're down. And we don't want them taking any provinces and affecting our war score like Hungary has done. Oh. Again, I don't want to upgrade our technology until after the war and we know how much we have to spend on turning non-core provinces into cored provinces. So we're running out of provinces to siege now. So we'll just combine these armies. If you have any suggestions on what nation to try next, I'd love to hear it, and I'll start working on a new one soon. But at the time I'm making this video, the release of Total War Rome 2 is about 2 hours away, so that's going to occupy most of my free time for the next few days at least. Well, hopefully. And Venice also looks to be at war with someone. Venice are getting smashed by Austria. Venice is about to be a one province minor. Oh no, they left them with 2 provinces. But looks essentially like the end of Venice as a great power. Austria is getting quite large now, and so is Bavaria. In all of my games so far, Austria and Bavaria have both done quite poorly. And France is being its usual big blue blobby self. Yeah. And that's all our sieges of Anatolia done. We'll regroup over here. I'll move a ship in here to blockade Dalmatia and hopefully speed that up a little bit. But we're just about ready to declare peace. So we've got 90% more score. We'll ask for Dalmatia. That's about the most we can ask for. We could take Mentes instead of Dalmatia, but I really want to get our dealings with Venice over and done with. So I'm going to accept that peace. And that is an empire. So as of now, we're undisputed as the most powerful nation in the region, and whatever your goals for you go to now will be up to you. Of course there's going to be further chipping away at the Ottomans, taking more of Anatolia, and at some point you'll probably want to take on the Mamelukes, because if you hold Aleppo or Antioch, Judea and Alexandria are part of reforming the Pentarchy. If you want to go west, Calabria would probably be a good place to go for. It's one of the... You can fabricate a claim on Calabria, and then once that's a core province, you'll be able to start taking Sicily, because southern Italy is quite poor, apart from maybe Napoli and Abruzzi, but Sicily is fairly wealthy, and I assume at some point you'll want to start taking control of Italy, so Calabria would be a good start. And the Mamelukes, pretty soon, if you're not already, pretty soon you'll be vastly more powerful than they are, have much better technology, and so you can take them down quite easily. And also Crete, they've got no allies, I assume no military, they'd be a great target to go for next. And that's it, the end of this guide. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you for my next guide. Bye.